Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Vic's Garage. I figured we were due for another charger update. Long story short, not a whole lot has changed. I'm slowly gathering parts. The COVID restrictions and border stuff is making it difficult, along with stock issues from all the suppliers from AMD and whatnot. But recently I did score a pretty cool thing I needed. It was pretty hard to come by. I found a gentleman on Facebook selling a cowl from a 71 Charger in really good shape, just a tad bit, a little bit of rust on the edges. But he was in Staten Island, which proved to be problematic. I know you guys had the flooding down there recently, and there was just a host of other issues in regards to getting it shipped up here. So this guy's been holding this part for me for a couple months, even though I paid him. So finally, this past weekend, I decided, screw it. Buddy and I, we're going to fly down to New York and see if I can find a way to get it back. Because I was getting quotes for shipping from UPS and others that were upwards of almost $300 to ship this thing to Canada. And then you were going to get hit with all sorts of taxes and duties and whatever, bringing it across the border. So I said, you know what, let's go down, see if I can find a way to get it here cheaper, because he had his hands full holding this thing for a while, and it's just, the costs were just stupid. So we flew down for the weekend, met with this gentleman at Staten Island, and he gives me this box that's 6 feet tall. Like, it's literally taller than me. And the original plan was to see if I could find cheaper shipping, whether it's FedEx or UPS or something, or get it on the plane. So this gentleman was kind enough to drive us to the Staten Island ferry. We carried this box on the ferry, got to see some of the sights in the city as we took it to our hotel. We saw, Statue of Liberty from the ferry, and got to see the Brooklyn Bridge and a few other sites in New York. We parked this thing in there for a couple days in our hotel room, and then took this thing from our hotel on the subway and bus to the airport, where on a hope and a prayer that they would check this into baggage. So we got there early in case that fell through and we had to leave the airport to go to a UPS store and pay this $300 or so to ship it. But sure enough, they checked this box into checked baggage. A 6-foot box that weighs 30 pounds. It was pretty light. But it went from $300 or so to ship it to $35 to get it on the plane. And then because Air Canada offers a veteran discount for baggage, I shipped this box home for free. So besides all the weird looks from the airport staff and people through Manhattan as I'm carrying this box, the shipping savings basically paid for my flight to New York and a good weekend while there. So that worked out well. So besides that, I'm waiting to get the rear frame rails and stuff. I found sources for a lot of the last few things I need. It's just a matter of getting them in stock so that I can order them. So once I get that going, we'll get the metalwork going on the back of the car. But let me show you the new cowl. Look at that. That is pretty decent shape for a 50-year-old car part. You can see just some light surface rust on the edges. Nothing too bad. You got a little bit right here on the extreme corners. But overall, pretty good for a part that's 50 years old and that they don't reproduce. Like on mine, it's all rusted out right around here. There's huge patches, and other parts are just shot. So either a worst case scenario, it's going to be a good patch piece, but I think I'll just end up swapping the whole thing. These can be fixed pretty quick in and around this spot. It's literally just, I'll give it a blast when I get my compressor hooked up and weld the patch in there. And then that's it. This thing is as good as I'm gonna find, I think, for a 50-year-old part. So there you have it, guys. There's the new cowl. It's pretty clean. Like I said, man, I'm really impressed with it. For a used car part, body panel, it's gonna only require a minimal amount of work to get it up to snuff. And I'm really surprised I was able to just ship this in that box on a plane and not pay some exorbitant fee for an oversized bag or freight or something. Like, it was a great story, and it was a fun time in New York. As always, guys, that's the latest update. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Throw a comment below. Tell me what your worst shipping story is, and your best one, because I'd be curious to see if anyone else has gotten lucky with something like this before. Until the next one, when I get some more parts in and we actually get going on burning some of this into the car, I'll see you then. Take it easy.